Hello, everybody, and welcome to race number 3 of Season 4 NASCAR Walmart Cup Series. Hi, I'm Levi McIntyre, aka Thrash Maniac 99, the voice of NASCAR Walmart Cup Series, here to welcome you to the Shelby 427 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. This is going to be an awesome race for you today because we are at it again on mile and a half racing. This time we are here at the Las Vegas Strip after our trip overseas to Rockingham, UK after a race last week. We come back to America for this special race here at Vegas. But anyways, let's take a look at how the point standings look coming into this race. Chris Singer, after winning last week at Rockingham, UK, he has the points lead by 5 points over Chase Oliver. And then third in points is rookie Joshua Balkin, then Anthony McCurry, Jesse King, the top 5. The rest of the top 10 is Eric and Rage, Preston Plord, Biggie Spencer, Charles Jackson, and Kyle Matthews, all tied also with PJ Williams. So there you have it. That is how the top 10 or so look in the standings. The rest of the top 20, like I said, PJ Williams in 11th. 12th is rookie Dorian Face Puncher. 13th, Jessica Shelton. 14th, rookie Chris Thomas. 15th, Dylan Thoreau. Then it's Sonny Hammond, Seth Cole, Jecko Knight, David Rivera, Kyle Singer, Ken Thoreau. All are tied. Also, Gabe Williams are all tied for 18th in points. So that is how the top 20 or so look in the points. But ladies and gentlemen, let's take you to the starting lineup for today's race at Vegas.
Imagine the dreams of a 13-year-old looking up at the sky, wondering how the world can be so cold. This kid wasn't sold it would be like this. At nighttime, wishes to be safe from this abyss. Cause this shit is something that can be dismissed. A boy born as a girl who is going through the stress. He's got a shotgun number, can't play for the team. His school won't let him even though it's his dream. Now he's sitting in bed with a loaded gun, thinking about blowing his brains out to kingdom come. Cause he's been bullied and teased all his life. Almost killed himself 2 years ago by slitting his wrist with a knife. I wonder if he sees the things I see for him. 10 years down the line, speaking at the forum. A college graduate up at the top of his class. The first trans NFL player up in the draft.
Well, there's a look at your lineup. Ken Thoreau on the pole with Sonny Hammond in second. And here we go. Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys and girls. Already, it looks like it's going to be 3 wide for the lead as here comes Chris Thomas underneath for the lead, underneath of Ken Thoreau, and it looks like he will get that spot. Doesn't have him quite cleared yet, but we'll see how he will handle it coming off of 4 here. And he's going to clear, and oh man, they are 4 wide, and they settle it, but Sheldon gets the outside wall, slowing up the field. As we get a lovely perspective from the spectator camera as we're watching all around the track. Back here, 3 wide for third. And now it's going to turn into 4 wide. Oh, Preston Plord forcing Sonny Hammond in the outside wall, and there they go. A big one has just struck. I see Austin Weiner, Rue McIntyre was in there. Oh, man. More cars involved. I saw Michael Norman. I see Dorian Face Puncher got involved. And, whoa, there was more wreckage that took place. Dylan Thoreau was involved. Wow, this damaged a lot of cars. David Rivera was caught up in it. Sonny Hammond, I know, was one of the starters of it. Same with Preston Plord. And does James McLeod have damage? Yeah, he does. Well, a little bit. Dorian Face Puncher just got spun and got rear end damage from whatever happened. There's Dylan Thoreau. Eric and Rage was wrecked. So too was Chris Singer, last week's winner. There's Plord, Mitchell Riggs, Rue McIntyre. Let's see, and Ian Dutta got involved in some way, shape, or form. Kendall Maynor was involved, and there you see Michael Norman, there's Sonny Hammond, Kyle Matthews, Justin Nichols, Henrietta Fitzwater was in it. I'm not sure if Chris Washer was in it or these are just pit stops, but Gabe Williams got a piece of it, so too did Trent Dunham. And I think some of these cars are just coming in for pit stops. And indeed, some of them did. But Chris Thomas is your leader. Let's take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution out for the first time today here at Vegas. Well, here's a look at what happened. They were 3 wide for third, and then what's going to happen is Plord's coming up as Jesse King is coming underneath to make it 4 wide. Plord gets up in the Hammond, and then they're going to hit the outside wall, and that's going to spin into Charles Jackson. And there you see Henrietta Fitzwater, and there's Austin Weiner getting his damage. And then cars just pile in to this big, big mess. And there's where Dylan Thoreau, Danny Wells actually did get a piece of it. So too did Dylan Young. And it looked like a follow-up wreck kind of maybe took place because I saw David Rivera. He just went spinning out of control. Let's see. He's just trying to get through the smoke. And there, oh, Dorian Face Puncher. We'll go back and take a look at that in just a moment. But let's see, how does David Rivera get involved? Oh, he gets Charles Jackson. That's what happened. Some cars managed to avoid by going up high. Some managed to avoid by going low. Let's take a look and see how the 15 gets involved. Well, as you can tell, he's trying to get through the smoke. Oh, he gets into Michael Norman, and then he comes up in front of Justin Nichols, and then there's where Eric Enrage gets his damage. And wow, Chase Oliver did an excellent job of getting by up on the higher groove. And there you see Henrietta Fitzwater, who got collected in this mess. Now, how does... And also Joshua Michaels was in it. I did not see him get involved. Let's see how these two get involved. As there you see the spins, and there you see Chris Washer actually was involved a little bit. Let's see what happens. And also Trent Dunham was caught up in it. Oh, he got Jackson, and then that started to stack up the 82 and the 1 cars. And that's what happened. There you see more cars piling in, like Mitchell Riggs, among others. But that does it for the look at the replay of the caution. Let's take you back to the restart here at Vegas. Well, after that first caution, we have many cars out of the race, and they include Joshua Michaels, Dylan Thoreau, Eric Enrage. Actually, let's double check. Indeed, they will start from Chris Singer to Preston Plord, Joshua Michaels, Dylan Thoreau, Eric Enrage, Mitchell Riggs, Rue McIntyre. Actually, Chris Singer is still on track, so is Preston Plord. They're just a lap down. But also Rue McIntyre, Cody Lamas, I did not know he was involved. Kendall Maynard, Justin Nichols, Michael Norman, Austin Weiner, and Charles Jackson. The field, it's going to be Chris Thomas as the leader, second Ken Thoreau, third Jesse Setti, fourth Zachary Fitzwater, fifth is Kyle Singer, sixth is Charles Sanford, seventh Anthony McCrory, eighth is Jecko Knight, ninth is Joshua Balkin, 10th is Dylan Young, then it's PJ Williams, Chase Oliver, Jesse King, Jessica Shelton, Trent Dunham, Gabe Williams, Chris Washer, Kyle Matthews, Biggie Spencer, Danny Wells, and then it's Justin Nichols, David Rivera, Henrietta Fitzwater, Sonny Hammond, Dorian Face Puncher, Seth Cole, Ian Dutta, James McLeod, and Matt McIntyre. And now, here we go. Green flag is back out on lap number 7. Hopefully we'll get a green flag run going, but now we're going to have to keep an eye out on these two not up to speed cars of Chris Singer and Preston Plord, just to see what's going to happen, if another wreck could happen or what. Right now, both lanes are getting held up. And that opened up room for the top three to kind of break away. And whoa, and there goes Sanford. Sanford, is he going to save it? Wow, I think he did. Unbelievable save by Charles Sanford. Whoa, McCreary, what are you doing? And PJ Williams, what are you guys doing? They were running the apron, and somehow they come back up and blend into the track. Meanwhile, Chris Thomas continues to hold on to the lead. Battle for second going on between Jesse Setti and Ken Thoreau. And it looks like Setti is going to try to get the spot going in, coming off of 2 here. And she does get that spot. But here comes Zachary Fitzwater with a full head of steam in that 45 Harley Davidson Ford. Meanwhile, we are still clean and green, it looks like. And, oh no, I jinxed it. Oh, Gabe Williams, Preston Plord, and whoa, James McLeod got clobbered. McLeod got clobbered on the track. And now there's damage on Jessica Shelton's car. Everybody else is okay, it looks like. Chris Washer was in it. Sonny Hammond got caught up. See more damage on Gabe Williams' car. Another big wreck has just taken place, but this time it was a lot more impactful because James McLeod took a wild ride after getting clobbered. Unbelievable. That was a hard hit for the 51 team, but everybody's on pit road coming in to make pit stops to change tires and get some extra Sunoco racing fuel. But who's going to come out of the pits first is the question, as Chris Thomas is going to go with 4 tires. Let's see if he can get out first. And it looks like he does. Then Jesse Setti, as far as the cars that are on the lead lap and are leading, is going to get those spots. And indeed, it's going to be, wow, an interesting bow out pit road. Chris Thomas is going to restart as the leader. Second, Zachary Fitzwater. Third, Jesse Setti. Fourth, Kyle Singer. Fifth, Dylan Thoreau. So that is how the top 5 is going to look coming to the restart. But let's take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution out for the second time today here at Las Vegas. Well, this looks like it's going to be a similar scenario. It's 4 wide back here, and Dylan Young's going to come up, and he's going to get sandwiched in between the 33 and the 41. And that forces them both to go up into the outside wall. And then Chris Singer gets a little piece of that. But then watch James McLeod. Oh, he gets clobbered by Chris Washer, and then a big hit from Sonny Hammond. And that's what happened to those guys. Chris Washer was running in 24th at the time, already damaged from the first caution. Let's see what happens here. Yeah, he just clobbers McLeod, and then Sonny Hammond just goes underneath him. And then there was nothing much for any of these other drivers to do. And then there you see David Rivera, Danny Wells getting their damage. Preston Plord immediately went into pit road. Let's actually take a look at how McLeod gets caught up in it. And he was in 22nd. He was caught up in that first caution. And then it's gets in the Plord and then takes the hit from Washer and then from the 47. But man, he just got clobbered in that mess. Let's actually go on board with the 51 of McLeod. On board with James McLeod, and there you see the wreck happening up ahead. Watch this is going to be wild. And the motor immediately died in that car. Well, that does it for the look at the replays. Let's take you back to the restart at Vegas. Well, after that last caution, more cars are out of the race, and they are Jessica Shelton, Gabe Williams, Sonny Hammond, James McLeod, Chris Washer, and Preston Plord. So that means 24 cars left on the lead lap, and 1 car that is a lap down. But the field as it's going to look, It is Chris Thomas as the leader, second Zachary Fitzwater, third Jesse Setti, fourth Kyle Singer, fifth Ken Thoreau, sixth is Charles Sanford, seventh is Jecko Knight, eighth is Jesse King, ninth is Chase Oliver, 10th is Anthony McCurry, 11th is Biggie Spencer, 12th Joshua Balkin, 13th is Brandon Nichols, 14th Henrietta Fitzwater, 15th Ian Dutta, 16th PJ Williams, 17th Trent Dunham, 18th Kyle Matthews, 19th Dorian Facepuncher, 20th is Seth Cole, 21st is Matt McIntyre, 22nd Dylan Young, 23rd is David Rivera, 24th is Danny Wells, and then a lap down, and 25th is Chris Singer. Chase Oliver's got to be enjoying this because he's running in the top 10, and he could walk out of this race as the new points leader going into the next race, which is at Atlanta. But here we go. We are getting ready to go back green on lap number 14. Hopefully we get a proper green flag run in. We're actually going to stay with the 18 of Chris Singer to see what's going to happen if he's going to hold anybody up big time. Right now that bottom lane's getting held up. Now the high line going to get held up, and oh man, they are 4 wide. Oh man, this could end badly. Oh, Ken Thoreau gets middled up, and there goes Zachary Fitzwater and Jesse King, and whoa, Dutta gets collected. Biggie Spencer gets collected. More cars involved. PJ Williams was caught up in it. And I saw more. I believe Trent Dunham got a piece of it. I know Dutta was involved. Man, this track is like self-cleaning itself in a way. And these cautions have been pretty helpful for Chris Thomas in order to keep him going. Biggie Spencer, I think he just scraped the outside wall by hitting it a little bit. Other than that, he's going to be okay. Same with PJ Williams. But man, it's like I said, this has just been like a self-cleaning racetrack today with all these cautions and crashes. And let's actually go ahead and take a look at a replay to see what brought the caution out for the 3rd time today here at Vegas. Well, here's what's going to happen. Ken Thoreau's coming down on Jesse King, and they're trying to go 4 wide to get by Chris Singer. And there's some contact with the 18 and the 45, and then the 9's just going to get bounced around in between the 45 and the 55. And eventually they make contact and they crash up into the outside wall. And then there you see where Dutta, PJ Williams, Biggie Spencer all get collected. And then everybody else actually does a decent job of getting by, but there's where Trent Dunham, Matt McIntyre gets pieces. But how did Biggie Spencer end up getting collected? Who does he hit? As he's running at the time in 11th, who's he going to nail? Oh, he gets a little tap from Chris Singer and then hits the right side and then the outside wall. Other than that, I think he'll be okay. Same with PJ Williams. But not as bad of a wreck as the last 2 wrecks have been, but still another wreck, and this has so far been a wreck fest, but hopefully we'll get to finish the race under green potentially. But we'll find out as now we get ready to go back to the restart at Vegas. Well, after that last accident, we got more cars out of the race, and they are... Actually, I don't think any of them did. And indeed, there hasn't been any more cars that are out of the race. Although Seth Cole, I think he may be out. I don't know what happened to Seth Cole, but I don't see him on the track anywhere. Let's actually double check to find out if Seth Cole's still running. No, he's out. I'm not sure what happened to Seth Cole. Maybe he got collected in that crash and I didn't know about it. Who knows, but... Chris Thomas is still your leader. 2nd is Jesse Setti. 3rd is Charles Sanford. 4th, Chase Oliver. 5th, Kyle Singer. 6th is Anthony McCurry. 7th is Jecko Knight. 8th is Jesse King. 9th is Brandon Nichols. 10th is Joshua Balkin. 11th is Ian Dutta. 12th is PJ Williams, 13th Henrietta Fitzwater, 14th Dorian Face Puncher, 15th Kyle Matthews, 16th Matt McIntyre, 17th David Rivera, 18th Danny Wells, 19th Dylan Young, 20th Zachary Fitzwater, 21st Ken Thoreau, and 22nd is Trent Dunham, and then 23rd and 24th a lap down each are Biggie Spencer and Chris Singer. As we get ready to go back to green on lap number 20, so we are a lap away from halfway, but man, Biggie Spencer is not up to speed. I figured he was going to be okay, but guess that hit really took a toll on that motor. And now he's holding up that bottom groove. And Chris Singer's also holding that up too. Both lanes are pretty much getting held up, but the bottom lane's a little faster, and now the 18's going to let them go by. It looks like they're all going to be okay, but meanwhile, back up at the front, Chris Thomas got bypassed, and now we have a new leader, Charles Sanford, but here comes Chase Oliver. Somehow, Chris Thomas got outbeat on that last run, and now he's going to fall back to 5th. And now it looks like Chase Oliver is going to be the leader now, but here comes Jesse Setti. Chase Oliver led that lap last time by. So right now the top 5 is Chase Oliver, Jesse Setti, Charles Sanford, Anthony McCurry, Jecko Knight, then Kyle Singer, Chris Thomas, and Brandon Nichols. So far, the top 8 are currently running up in that battle. And then PJ Williams, Dorian Face Puncher round out the top 10. But right now, it is all Chase Oliver up at the front right now. I'm thinking I'm going to say that Chris Thomas may end up clinching the most laps led bonus points for this race, because he led pretty much most of the first half of the race, but now he's going to have a challenge, as he's right now currently in the 7th spot, it looks like. And indeed that is the case. And Chase Oliver, he could potentially be the new points leader as long as he doesn't have anything happen to him. I think he could be the new points leader since Chris Singer's run into some troubles today, along with some other drivers that are in the top 10 in points. Let's actually go through a run-through of the field, shall we? Chase Oliver is your leader. 2nd is Jesse Setti. 3rd is Charles Sanford. 4th is Jecko Knight. 5th is Brandon Nichols, 6th is Anthony McCurry, 7th is Chris Thomas, 8th is Kyle Singer, 9th is PJ Williams, 10th is Dorian Face Puncher. 11th is Joshua Balkin, 12th is Dylan Young, 13th is Matt McIntyre, 14th Jesse King, 15th Ken Thoreau, 16th Zachary Fitzwater, 17th Henrietta Fitzwater, then the lap car of Chris Singer somewhere, 18th Kyle Matthews, 19th Trent Dunham, then the lap car of Biggie Spencer, and then 20th is Danny Wells, 21st David Rivera, and 22nd is Ian Dutta. Right now it is still all Chase Oliver up at the front, and he is starting to pull away from the 88 of Jesse Setti right now. Meanwhile, we got a battle for 4th with Charles Sanford, and the winner of this race last season, Brandon Nichols. And this was the race where Nichols ended up getting his first career Walmart Cup Series win in his rookie season in Season 3. So far, this has been a great battle for that 4th spot, and here comes Sanford down low. Meanwhile, we got a battle for 6th between Anthony McCurry and the race leader earlier, Chris Thomas. So far, we've had a great green flag run, but I'm thinking maybe these cars may have to pit one more time before the race is over to make sure they're good to go on fuel or not. And now this battle is going to expand to a 4-car battle for 4th with Nichols, Sanford, McCrory, and Thomas. Meanwhile, there's Kyle Singer and P.J. Williams. Joshua Balkin has somehow got around Dorian Face Puncher. It looks like Face Puncher is up to speed. It's just that rear end is kind of messing him up a little bit, but I think he can manage a solid finish. And now Sanford has fallen back to the 7th spot, as actually P.J. Williams and Kyle Singer. Oh, and Kyle Singer gets turned. Kyle Singer got turned, I believe, by P.J. Williams. Good golly. Caution is going to come out after a great green flag run. But Chase Oliver's still going to hold on to the lead as we cross the stripe for 10 laps to go here at Vegas. But man, oh man. This could set the stage for a great battle here in the end, as Jekko Knight is in 3rd. And he wants to go for his 2nd win in 3 races already this season. After a last place finish last week at Rockingham, UK, he wants to come make a step up, potentially. But let's see if they're coming down to pit road to top off on fuel, if they are. Doesn't look like any of them's coming in the pit road. I don't know about that, but we'll see if they can make it on fuel the rest of the way. But let's take you to a replay to see what brought the caution out for the 4th time today here at Vegas. Well, Kyle Singer was running side by side with P.J. Williams, and then Kyle's going to go up a little bit high up, and then he scrapes the wall a little bit, and that slows him down. And then here comes Joshua Balkin, and I don't know if either Balkin came up or the 11 came down, but the 11 got turned, and he goes up and hits the outside wall. Actually gets a little bit of contact on Dorian Face Puncher, but not enough to spin the 15 out. Let's actually go to the helicopter camera just to make absolutely sure of what happened. After he got the wall, let's see. Oh no, the 16 just had a big run coming, and the 11 tried to go down a little bit, and they just made contact. And that's what happened to the 11 of Kyle Singer, running in the top 10, having a good run. And now that good run's going to be taken from him, but let's actually take a look at a replay. Let's go ahead and take you back to the restart here at Las Vegas. Well, after that last caution, no cars ended up retiring out of the race that time. But yes, the retired drivers list has been updated to where it says retired or accident or whatever. But 3 cars a lap down: Ian Dutta, Biggie Spencer, and Chris Singer. And when we go green, it will be 6 laps to go, so we're getting closer to the end. But Chase Oliver is your leader. 2nd is Jesse Setti. 3rd is Jekko Knight. 4th is Brandon Nichols. 5th is Anthony McCrory. 6th is Chris Thomas. 7th is Charles Sanford. 8th is P.J. Williams. 9th is Joshua Balkin. 10th is Dorian Face Puncher. 11th is Dylan Young. 12th is Matt McIntyre. 13th, Zachary Fitzwater. 14th, Jesse King. 15th, Henrietta Fitzwater. 16th, Ken Thoreau. 17th, Kyle Matthews. 18th, Kyle Singer. 19th, Danny Wells. 20th is David Rivera. And then 21st, and the last car on the lead lap, is Trent Dunham. 6 laps to go when we come by to the stripe to take the green flag. Will Chase Oliver get potentially bypassed by the 2 Hendrick teammates of Setti and Knight? But here we go, green flag is back out. Chase Oliver got a decent jump, but I think Jesse got a better jump that time. This is going to be interesting, the battle for the lead. Setti's coming quick, and she's going to get that bottom lane, and here she comes. Jessie Setti trying to go for her first career Walmart Cup Series victory. Chase Oliver, on the other hand, trying to go for his 5th career win, if I'm not mistaken. And now Setti, here she's coming on the bottom groove. Man, if that was the finish, that would have been amazing. But who led that lap? Looked like Chase Oliver did, but now Chase is going to get bypassed. But here comes Jekko Knight as well. This is going to turn into a 3-car battle for the lead. And Brandon Nichols is going to start sneaking in. Keep an eye on him. He won this race a season ago. He could potentially go 2 in a row here at Vegas. 3 wide for second, but that's going to help for Jesse Setti to go by. And now Anthony McCurry is entering this battle. So is Chris Thomas, PJ Williams. Many cars are coming in to the second place battle at least. And that's what Jesse Setti wants to see, is them race pretty hard. Oh man, they are getting 4 wide. Oh, and Brandon Nichols, Chase Oliver go up into the outside wall, but they keep it together. But man, that is a tough break for Chase Oliver. He had a potential shot to win this race. Same with Brandon Nichols, and now it's going to be taken from him. Right now it is 1-2 for Hendrick Motorsports. Jesse Setti with Jekko Knight in second. When we come to the stripe, it's going to be 2 laps to go. Jesse Setti trying to go for her first Walmart Cup Series victory. 2 to go here at Vegas. Quick run through of the top 10. It is Setti, Knight, McCrory, Thomas, Balkin, Williams, Sanford, Young, McIntyre, Oliver. And then it's Face Puncher, Nichols, Fitzwater, Singer, Thoreau, King, Matthews, Dunham, Wells, Rivera. And here we go. White flag is out for Jesse Setti. But Jekko Knight's coming pretty fast. He gained over almost a tenth that time. I don't know if it's going to be enough. And McCrory's starting to reel in the 5 car for that second spot. All Setti has to do is just keep it together and she will be the winner. And here we go, coming off of turn number 4 for the first time. Jesse Setti wins in the Walmart Cup Series, and she's going to get it here in the Shelby 427 at Las Vegas. Unbelievable job by the 88 car. Wow. Great job. Now that the race is official, let's actually take a look at how the results came about. Jesse Setti gets her first career Walmart Cup Series win in just her second season in the Cup Series, and she's going to get it here at Vegas. Great job for her. That is a great moment for that team. Jekko Knight, solid performance of second place. That's going to make it a Hendrick 1-2 right there here at Vegas. This track is notorious for teammates getting a top 2 finish. It was the last 2 seasons being Penske Motorsport or Penske Racing. This time it's Hendrick Motorsports that gets the job done. Anthony McCrory, solid performance in third. Maybe Anthony McCrory could potentially get the points lead, though it's not likely. I think he'll be second in points potentially. But he comes away with a solid third, and the dominator of this race, Chris Thomas, even though he didn't get the win, he should be proud of himself. Solid 4th place finish. This can move him back up into the top 10 in points after getting involved in a wreck last week at Rockingham, UK. Joshua Balkin rounds out the top 5 in 5th, and this could move him up a little bit in the points. PJ Williams, solid performance of 6th. This could put him into the top 10 officially. Charles Sanford, solid performance of 7th. Dylan Young, even though he got wrecked earlier, he comes back and gets an 8th place finish. Chase Oliver, he could be the new points leader, but he was one to pick up a win, and he had it near the end until he and Nichols made contact. And then rounding out the top 10 was Matt McIntyre. Solid performance for the 31 team. Rest of the cars that finished the race on the lead lap were Dorian Face Puncher, Brandon Nichols, Zachary Fitzwater, Henrietta Fitzwater, Kyle Singer, Ken Thoreau, Jesse King, Kyle Matthews, Trent Dunham, Danny Wells, and David Rivera. The next 3 finished on the lead or a lap down. Chris Singer, Biggie Spencer, and Ian Dutta. Everybody else from 25th on back finished out of the race, and they were Seth Cole, Jessica Sheldon, Gabe Williams, Sonny Hammond, James McLeod, Chris Washer, Preston Blord, Joshua Michaels, Dylan Thoreau, Eric Enrage, Mitchell Riggs, Rue McIntyre, Cody Lamas, Kendall Maynard, Justin Nichols, Michael Norman, Austin Weiner, and Charles Jackson. So that does it for our coverage today here at Las Vegas. Great final laps of the race with an interesting battle between Hendrick teammates, but Jesse Setti gets her first Walmart Cup Series victory. Congratulations to the 88. And that's going to do it for our coverage here at Vegas. The next race we run, another mile and a half, and it's going to be in Atlanta. But until then, here are your results, rookie points and regular points. But I'm Levi McIntyre, signing off.
Color, it don't matter the gender or who you love. If you got it in your heart, then go ahead and do it. If you have a gift, then please go ahead and use it. Cause I was feeling stupid while trying to do music. Thinking that they had no voice and that I was useless. But as I write this down, I can see what I mean. Nobody ever will stop me from achieving my dreams.